meiosis, reduction, division, producing gametes. Beta, earlier you have studied about mitosis. Mitosis is called as equational division. It is called as equational division because the chromosome number remains the same in the daughter cell as they are present in the parent cell. So as chromosome number in mitosis remains the same, that's why mitosis is called as equational division. Now we are going to start with the another type of cell division, that is meiosis. The detailed study of meiosis is not there in your syllabus. Only the significance of meiosis and why we call it as reductional division is there in your syllabus. So beta, meiosis is called reductional division because in meiosis the chromosome number reduced to half. So this type of division, that meiosis, meon means to lessen. So it refers to the reduction of the chromosome number. It is a kind of cell division which occurs in reproductive organs. It occurs in the cells of reproductive organs to produce gametes. Means it takes place in humans, in testes in males to produce sperm and ovaries of female to produce ova. In the same way, in flowering plants, it takes place in anthers to produce pollen grain and in ovule to produce female gametophyte. So gametes are formed by the cell division and that cell division is called as meiosis. Now the most significant aspect of meiosis is that the number of chromosomes in the sex cell is halved. Now what does it mean? That we in humans, in one cell, 23 pairs of chromosomes are there. Now out of 23 pairs of chromosomes in human, in gametes, only half number of chromosomes are present. What does it mean? That in sperms and ovum, only 23 chromosomes are there. And this half the number of chromosomes are represented by haploid condition. 23 pairs, double chromosomes, they exist in pairs. That condition is diploid. And in gamete, as only half of the chromosomes are there, we represent that condition by N, or we call it as haploid condition. Now why it is so? This is essential. Now why the chromosome number reduced to half in gamete? This is essential because when male and female gamete fuse together during fertilization. During fertilization, male gamete get fused with female gamete to form zygote. So when they get fused with each other, the normal number of chromosomes is reacquired in the body cells. So for that, gametes are always with half the number of chromosomes, and the cell division which results in the formation of gamete, that is meiosis. So one revision, then we will start with the significance. Meiosis, reductional division producing gametes. Meon means to lessen. Where does it take place? It takes place in reproductive organs. Like in humans, it occurs in cells of the testes, and in female, that is in the cells of the ovary. In the same way, in flowering plants, it occurs in the cells of anthers to produce pollen grain and in the cells of ovule to produce ovum. Now the main aspect, the main point related to meiosis is that the chromosome number reduced to half, and that's why we call meiosis as a reductional division. Now 23 pairs of chromosomes are there in human, and in gametes, that is in sperm and ova, only 23 chromosomes are there, so that after the process of fertilization, the same number of chromosomes which are present in normal body cells can be reacquired. So this is all about diploid condition is represented by 2n and haploid by n. Now after this, another thing which is given here, that as per scope of the syllabus, the stages of meiosis are not required. Only the small information related to meiosis, that meiosis is completed into two division. It takes place in two stages. The first is meiosis 1 and second is meiosis 2. In detail, you are going to learn these stages in higher classes, that is in +1. Now meiosis, it occur in two stages or two phases, meiosis 1, meiosis 2. During meiosis 1, it is called as reductional division. Meiosis 1, chromosome number reduced to half. So this meiosis 1 is a reduction division, and meiosis 2 is same as mitosis, only the number of cells will increase but the some number of chromosome will remain same. Now the next thing, the G2 phase of the cell cycle is absent in the case of meiosis. Second growth phase in the cells which are taking where meiosis is taking place, G2 phase in those cells is absent. Second growth phase is absent there, and the prophase of meiosis 1 correspond most closely to the G2 phase of the mitotic cell division. Okay, so the prophase phase of meiosis 1, it is closely corresponding to the G2 phase of the mitotic cell cycle. Now after that, I am explaining this by taking example, one example which is given in your book also. Beta, now to understand the process of meiosis, it occur in two stages. So with a simple explanation, I am going to explain it. Now just see, I am taking an example of a cell having 6 chromosomes, 3 from male parent and 3 from female parent. So total 6 chromosomes. So here 3 chromosomes from the father side. So the chromosome with green color, they are paternal chromosomes, and 3 maternal chromosomes means from the mother side. For example only I am taking this. So total 6 chromosomes are there in the nucleus of this cell. So this is only the nucleus. So total 6 chromosomes. These chromosomes shown in purple color are maternal chromosomes or from mother side, and this is from paternal. So total 6 are there. So during meiosis, the first change which occur, that these chromosomes, total 6 chromosomes, they arrange themselves in homologous pair. Now what are homologous pair? The chromosomes which are of same size and same shape and coming from different parents, they lie very close to each other, forming a pair. They are not attached to each other. They are lying very close to each other, forming a pair, and these pairs are known as homologous pairs. So out of these 6 chromosomes, 3 paternal, 3 maternal, they arrange themselves according to their size and shape in pairs, and these pairs are known as homologous pair. Now next, after forming homologous pair, they are going to duplicate themselves, means they will form sister chromatid. So now duplication of the chromosome in the next step. So this is duplication of paternal chromosome of the homologous pair, and now here in the same way, sorry, that is maternal, now in the same way paternal chromosome. So chromosomes get duplicated by forming sister chromatids. Now after this, the reductional division occur. Now the chromosome number are going to reduce to half. Now how? Now this is first homologous pair. Out of this homologous pair, during division, the one chromosome will move to first daughter cell, and the second, like from here, from this pair, if paternal chromosome move to this cell, then maternal will move to the another daughter cell. Now from another pair, if Again, the paternal is moving to this side, then maternal will move to this side from the another homologous pair. Now from the third pair, if maternal is going here, it is randomly selected, then paternal will go to another daughter cell. Now just see, earlier 6 chromosomes were there which has arranged in the form of homologous pair. So during reductional division, they are reduced to half, means out of 6, 3 will move to one cell and 3 to another cell. And this is called, this meiosis 1, that's why it is called as reductional division. It is a very complex process. Only in a simple way it is given in your book. So that is only I am explaining here. Now after that, meiosis 2 starts. Now this is all about meiosis 1. Only the chromosome number they reduced to half. Now in meiosis 2, that is the second stage of meiosis, just the cell divide into 2 daughter cell. Each cell will divide into 2 daughter cell, and at the end of the meiosis, total 4 daughter cell will be formed. Now here only the meiosis 2 is just like mitosis. So here the same chromosomes, they are, the combination of the same chromosome will be there, only the number of cells are going to increase. So in each of the cell, 2 paternal chromosome and 1 maternal will be there on this side, and on this side in each cell the combination which will come is from the parent, like 2 maternal in each cell and 1 will be paternal. So in this way, at the end 4 daughter cell will be formed with half the number of chromosomes which are present in the parent cell. Just see, at the starting 6 chromosomes were there, and at the end 4 cells are formed with the half number of chromosome. So this is all about meiosis. After this, significance of meiosis. Beta, first significance of meiosis, chromosome number is halved in gametes, that is sex cell, so that on fertilization the normal number is restored. Now the second is, it provide for mixing up of genes which occur in 2 ways. Here in meiosis, there will be mixing, there is mixing up of genes. Genes means the structures which carry information from parents to the next generation. So there is the mixing up of the genes, and it takes place in meiosis in 2 ways. Now what are those 2 ways? Very important one. The first is the maternal and paternal chromosomes get mixed up during first reductional division as they separate from the homologous pair. Just see here. Now as they are in homologous pair, so during reductional division they get separate out. Now they are randomly selected for separation into 2 daughter cells. So here also variation will occur according to the chromosome which is moving to the daughter cell, the characters of that organisms will be. So first is, that is separation of 2 chromosomes of the homologous pair results in variation. Now the second is, while the maternal and paternal chromosomes are separating here, again at this step only, when maternal and paternal chromosomes are separating, the chromatid material very often get exchanged between 2 members of the homologous pair. Just see these, this is the example which is given in your book with diagram. So this is one homologous pair, 2 chromosome, one maternal and another is paternal. So as they are of same size and shape, so during that one of the stage of the meiosis, they are going to exchange their genetic material by overlapping their non-sister chromatids. Non-sister chromatid means one chromatid from maternal chromosome and one from paternal chromosome. So by overlapping, they come in contact with each other, and the point of contact of these 2 non-sister chromatid is very important, that is chiasma, or we call it as chiasmata. So here where they overlap with each other, there they are going to share their parts. Just see, here they are overlapping with each other, and after overlapping, when it is over, then some part of the maternal chromosome move to the paternal, and from paternal it moves to the maternal. So in this way, during formation of the homologous pair, by the process of crossing over, this process is called as crossing over, they exchange their genetic material, which shows variations in the resulting daughter cells. This is very important beta. Chiasma, its location, and what is crossing over. Exchange of genetic material by overlapping of non-sister chromatids of the homologous pair is called crossing over. Now after this, the next topic, that is difference between mitosis and meiosis. Bete, mitosis, it occur in somatic cells, that is body cells, whereas meiosis occur in reproductive cells. Mitosis helps the organism for growth and replacement or repairment of the damaged part. Meiosis, it helps in gamete formation. Mitosis, it occurs throughout the life of the organism, whereas meiosis occur only in reproductive age. In mitosis, 2 daughter cells are formed at the end, and in meiosis, 4 daughter cells are formed. But in mitosis, most important one, the chromosome number remain the same in daughter cell as they are present in parent cell. But in meiosis, the chromosome number reduced to half. Now here, that it represents diploid stage. That is, same full set of chromosome will be there in daughter cell, and it represents haploid state, half the chromosome are present in daughter cell. Bete, mitosis occur in single nuclear division, only one time nucleus that divide. Here, meiosis occur in 2 nuclear division, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Now in mitosis, the daughter cells are identical to the parent, but here as crossing over occur, or during that separation of homologous pair, that there will be exchange of genetic material, so that's why variations occur in meiosis. So this is all about the chapter. 2-3 lines are given here also. The mixing up of genes during meiotic division provide for the innumerable variation. That mixing, due to mixing up of the genes, variations are there in the resulting progeny. That already I had explained. So this chapter is finished. Revise it thoroughly, and in next video we will start with back exercises.